morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started. Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Navida Sheikh from MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we will be learning a new and a very interesting chapter that is from AS1 textbook, and that chapter's name is water. And today we will be learning the first part of this chapter. We will be doing this chapter in two parts. We have learned about water in so many classes and we have seen water is so important to us, right? So let us know more about water in this chapter. So let's get started. Water. From the very beginning of the day, when you get up, you along with your family members require water in so many different ways, right? In so many ways, like drinking, for cooking, our plants need it, our animals, our pet animals that are there in our houses, like if you have a fish tank, you need water. If you have pets like dog, cats, you need to bathe them, you need water. If you have a vehicle, you need to wash it, you need water. For if you want to go from one place to the other, you need transportation like sea transportation, you need water over there. When there's a fire outbreak, water is required for drinking. So many different ways. These are our favorite ways to use water. Okay, so you can imagine how much amount of water is required daily in our in a single house. Like if you need water in so many different ways, same things are required by the other family members as well. Even they need water for drinking, for bathing, for eating, for preparing their food, or for washing their clothes, utensils. Everybody needs water, right? So this water which is there, is it sufficient for us? So how much water does the world actually have for use? Now we have learned that water and land on our surface of the earth, the proportion is 71% is water, whereas 29% is land. But this 71% of water is again further divided into 79% of water which has salt water, 2% is frozen fresh water in the form of ice glaciers, and only 1% is available for drinking purpose. Now, as we learned that we require water for so many different activities outside, but our body also requires water in a very large amount. Our body and most of the living organisms' body mainly is made up of water. The blood in your body is also nothing but water along with other components. Okay, so you need water in various other activities inside your body also. So you need to drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water every day so that your body functions properly. Even other living things also require water. Depending now the amount of water that they require depends upon their size and their work that they do. Now let us understand the various forms of water. In nature, water occurs in three states. First is solid, like here you can see glaciers and icebergs. Then you have water in liquid form, like rivers, ocean, ponds, the normal tap water that you have in your houses. The third one is gas. The steam that you see coming out, it is nothing but the form of water. Another important thing that we've already learned is water doesn't have any color, odor or taste. Odor means any smell, okay, when it is in pure state. Many substances easily dissolve in water. Means if you add something to water, it easily dissolves. Like if you make lemonade or nimbu pani, you just tend to put lemon into it, you add sugar, you add salt, and you just turn it around. You will notice that the water dissolves everything inside it, and you cannot see anything, right? You do not see sugar, you do not see salt, and you can drink it. Same way, if I'm adding a Disprin over here into water, it easily dissolves into it. And that is the reason water is called as a universal solvent. Now let us see a few sources of water on our planet which are contributing, okay, for our drinking purpose. You have streams, you have springs which have fresh water in them and which could be used for our drinking and domestic purposes. Okay, it has to be treated and then it is used. You cannot use it directly. Then a few more sources are rivers and ponds. Again, they have fresh water and they do not have salt in them and you could use them. Apart from that, now those were the natural sources of water. Now dams have been constructed by man. They store water in this dam. How is this water stored? Suppose if there's a river, they block the part of the river and they construct a dam over there. And what happens here is whenever the rain falls, it falls in that region and that water gets collected. It doesn't flow off. Okay, it gets collected because if the river is flowing, it will go and mix with the oceans and the seas which is nearby. And we do not want that. Okay, we want to use this water. So dams are built and water is stopped over there so that this water which is collected can be used for the later period of time. Okay. Apart from that, underground water is also used as we learned that during water cycle, water falls onto the surface of the earth also and it percolates into the earth surface as well, means inside the earth surface. And that water is obtained from wells and bore wells, which you normally find in. So, here you have all the sources of water given to you. That is wells, tube wells, ponds and rivers are the sources of drinking water. In our previous slides, we have seen how there are different sources of water which we need to fulfill our daily needs, right? And these are a few examples of the sources of water which we can use for drinking purpose. ठीक है, हमारे पीने के लिए, हमारे household use के लिए यहाँ से पानी use हो सकता है. This brings us to another important topic in our chapter, that is water pollution. You have seen the importance of water, how water is important, and we make use of it from the very beginning of our day till the time we go to sleep. Okay, so water is essential and you need to take care of it. And suppose if you add certain things which are not required in water, which is causing harm to the water, एक्चुअल क्वालिटी ऑफ वाटर अगर खराब होती जा रही है कोई चीज़ ऐड करने से तो उसे हम लोग वाटर पोल्यूशन कहते हैं. And this is a very serious thing that we need to talk about and understand about it. In today's class, we will see more about water pollution and how it is affecting us. So let's continue ahead. I have learned up till now that water required by us is present in very small amount, and if it gets polluted, then what are we going to drink and use? Even the plants and animals inside are affected. So it is very important for us to protect this resource. Now let us take a very simple example of rainwater. Now if you take rainwater in your hand and if you see muddy water which is there on the ground, if I ask you to compare the both, okay, while it is raining, if you collect some of the rainwater directly in a clean container placed in the open, also collect some of the rainwater that is flowing over the ground. If you observe and compare the two, you will notice that the one which is there in the container, which is coming directly from the rainwater, where it is getting collected, that water is quite clear and it doesn't have dirt in it, right? Whereas if you see the water which is collected from the ground, it has mud in it, it is muddy water and it is not good for drinking purpose. And it is दिस ब्रिंग्स अस टू अंडरस्टैंड के वाटर पोल्यूशन क्या है. कोई चीज जो हम लोग पी नहीं सकते, जो यूज नहीं कर सकते, दैट इज ऑलरेडी पोल्यूटेड. ठीक है, तो जो मडी वाटर है क्या हम लोग इसे यूज कर सकते हैं? नहीं. ठीक है, so let us understand about that also in detail. Now here, as I told you, that water available is already in very less amount. So if other substances get mixed with water, it becomes impure. Some of these substances float in the water, so the water looks unclean or muddy. Here you can see in both the picture, it is not clear. You cannot see clear water. ठीक है, साफ पानी दिखाई दे रहा नहीं, इसके ऊपर बहुत सारी dirt दिखाई दे रही है और water भी muddy है. Some substances dissolve in the water and we cannot see them. If the substances that have got mixed with the water are harmful for living things, we say that the water has become polluted. Alright, so here you can see the wrappers, the sewage means the waste coming from the factories or from our homes. If we are dumping things into the water, that all things are polluting the water. ठीक है, जो एक्चुअल पानी है जिसकी जो उसकी जो क्वालिटी होती है, अगर उसके अंदर हम लोग ये सारी चीजें ऐड कर देते हैं तो इससे ये चीज क्या हो जाती है, polluted हो जाती है. ठीक है, so this word polluted is important for you all to understand and remember. ठीक है, so if you mix any other substance into the water which is not required and in a large amount, then it becomes harmful for all the living things which are there in the water. ठीक है, यहाँ पर plants होते हैं water के अंदर, you have plants, you have animals, you have fishes, and apart from that even we make use of this water and it becomes very dangerous for our health as well. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए ये वाटर के अंदर जब कचरा डाला जाता है तो इसे किस तरीके का वाटर बोला जाता है, इट इज कॉल्ड एज polluted water. ओके,
Our topic for today is water pollution. Contamination of water by harmful substances which affects life on earth is termed as water pollution. Due to human activities, our water is getting more and more polluted day by day. Household garbage is disposed into various sources of water. Many people perform their domestic activities like bathing, washing clothes and utensils, etc. in these sources of water.
La 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 la.
Also, industrial wastes are discharged into the water, leading to water pollution. Consumption of this polluted water leads to diseases like cholera, typhoid, diarrhea, etc. in human beings. Polluted water also adversely affects the aquatic life. Thus, we need to make sure that we do not pollute water. Domestic activities like bathing, washing clothes and utensils should not be done in rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. Household garbage should not be disposed in the various sources of water. Also, sewage and industrial wastewater should be treated before discharging into the water.
let us understand the definition of water pollution. What exactly is the meaning of water pollution? Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies, means any water body, whereas it is whether it is river, lake, ponds, well, the sea, lakes, ठीक है, any water body which is there, and if you add any contaminants to it, contaminants means कोई भी ऐसी चीज जो वहां पे जरूरी नहीं है, जैसे here you can see people are just going and dumping all the waste, like you can see wrappers, you can see tires, you can see so many different things, polythene bags, water bottles, soft drink bottles, cans and all. So all these things, do you think इसको यहाँ पे डालना चाहिए कचरे को, ये पानी के अंदर नहीं ना. So these are called as contaminants. ठीक है. So water pollution occurs when pollutants are directly or indirectly discharged into the water bodies. अगर कोई भी ऐसी चीजें जो भी हम लोग ने डिस्कस करे, अगर ये पानी में डायरेक्टली हम लोग डाल रहे हैं या फिर कहीं और से ये आ रही है पानी के अंदर, तो उससे क्या हो रहा है, पानी पल्यूट हो जाता है. ठीक है. So you cannot remove this very easily, and hence it causes water pollution, and which is very dangerous for all the living I hope this chapter is quite useful to all my students. Please see to it that you use water properly, carefully, and do not waste water. And please see to it that you pass on this message to your friends and your near and dear ones. And stay home, stay safe. Thank you. If you like our session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and view the videos that we had today for you. And please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you remain updated with all the latest videos that we'll be making for our dear students.
This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.